So let me see something I like. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I can't even talk today. How's everything going? How are things? What's going on? I'm glad to see everybody's in good spirits. Hope all is well. Um, Streaming on all social media platforms right now: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagrams, TikTok. We deep in the streets. So, um, individual just asked me, "Now you know what? Someone said something like, get out the employee mindset." So, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go for that. Getting out of the employee mindset to, you are conditioned by no fault of your own, not by no fault of your parents, by no fault of friends, loved ones, people that genuinely want to see you succeed. You are a product of them, regardless if you feel that way or not. I mean, because what they're telling you is, and the advice or guidance that they give you is going to be conducive to an employee. You know, go to school, do good in school. That is an employee mindset. You go and you learn an education that was given to you. You learn stuff that you don't want to learn, and you're taught to, walk into a building, be there on time, sit up straight, don't sleep, don't talk while the teacher's talking, go to lunch from 11 to 12. You know, get done, go home, and rest, and repeat the same process over and over again. You are being conditioned to be an employee. Everything about that sounds like a fucking job, right? Nothing about that sounds like an entrepreneur. You're not collaborating ideas. You're not, putting your money at risk. You're not taking sugar. You're not taking shit, making it sugar. You're not taking anything and development it to over something to benefit you. You're literally showing up when someone tells you to show up. You're doing what they say to do. You don't be disrespectful to the teacher. You call him or her Mr. or Mrs., just like you call your boss sir or ma'am. It's you're an employee, right? You've been conditioned that your whole life. And then the employees train other employees. You know, you are learning how to be an employee from other employees. So the teachers are employees. They're teaching you how to be employees. And what are they going to tell you to do? When you go to them for guidance and help, or if you don't know what to do, you go to a guidance counselor, which is an employee, and they're going to say, hey, uh, go to college, you know? So, shit. All right, cool. I'll go to college. Don't know what I want to do, but I go anyways. And it's the same shit you learn in high school. Show up on time. Do what I tell you to do. Call me yes or sir or no sir or Mister and no, another all that shit. It's all the same. And you're being conditioned to be an employee. And throughout your whole life, up until you're damn near 25 years old, it's all employee behavior because society wants you to be an employee. They don't want no free thinkers. They don't want you to be successful. The education system was derived to make employees. So you have to break that mindset. You have to start associating with and hanging out with people who don't have that mindset. The best analogy that you will ever hear on this is sheeps and wolves. Okay? A sheep gets let out of its stall at a certain time every day. And the sheep um, the sheep herders tell the sheep where to go. And okay, we can't eat the grass over here. Eat this grass over here. And a lot of people are content being sheep. And if one sheep starts to stray away, what happens? The sheep herder will call the sheepdog and say, yo, get your ass back in that pile. You know, the sheep dog is pretty much society. You try to veer out, your parents, grandparents, friends, family, co-workers say, yo, man, I want to own my own business. Shut your stupid ass up. Hey, man, I want to start this restaurant. You're dumb. It won't work. All they're going to do is shoo your little butt right back into the circle. Go on back in there. Right? The sheep herder, that's the government. Hey, man, eat over here now. While this grass is growing, look at this grass over here. Eat that grass. Focus over here. And if you try to get out of that line, that dog gonna come and scoop you up. But sheep travel in flocks. And you're just a sheep in the just another number. So now think about sheep and wolves. Wolves travel in small packs. Or you can even be a lone wolf. A wolf comes and it goes as it please. It takes from the land as it wants, it comes as it wants, and it leaves as it wants. It's not only constraint of the sheep herder, it's not only constraints of the sheep dog, it does what it wants to. And every once in a while, if a sheep get too close to that wolf, it's gonna get him, right? So, sheep come and go as they want. They're not restricted by anybody. That is called an apex predator, meaning it's at the top of the food chain. It's at the top of the food chain. It has no natural enemies in the wild. It is the alpha. It is the omega. It is whatever damn analogy you want to say. So, do you want to be a wolf or do you want to be a sheep? It's about as simple as it gets. And if you want to be a sheep, when you start bearing out and the sheepdog's going to come, they're going to say, hey, man, that ain't going to work. You can't do that. It's too risky. You'll fail. Your father was a failure. You'll be a failure. You can't do that. You're not smart enough. Hey, I'll figure it out. You got to keep on walking. And then you'll meet a pack of wolves, and then the pack of wolves will be like, yeah. Now you got to fend for yourself out here because you don't know where your next meal is going to come. We don't eat every day, right? That old pile over there, we, in that herd of sheep, they eat every day at 8 o'clock. They eat every day at 12 o'clock. They eat every day at 6 o'clock. Here, we might not eat for 3 days. But when we do eat, we eating great. Best of the best. But you got to live and die by it. Either you got to want it or you don't. About as simple as it gets. But I always like to say that analogy to people whenever they say get out the employee mindset and stuff like that, because I kind of grew up a wolf. I think it's almost got to be in you. It almost got to be in you. I've always been like awkward and like not catering to the society norms. I don't need to take a vacation every year. I don't want the latest and greatest and the cars and the club. I just never really been like that. I don't care about that. It's never really been my thing. But some people love the sheep life. Some people love the 9 to 5. Some people love knowing when they're going to eat. Some people love the commute to work. Some people love their job. And that's just not me. All right. I hate being told what to do. I hate told being somewhere to do a task that I don't want to do. I hate the being paid a minimum amount of work for a maximum amount of effort. It's just not me. Right. And when you think of that, I want you to think about it like this too. Put your work ethic at your job on a percentage. You know, say if you go in and you give 100%, right? You go in there, you just give your all, you stressed out, you jobbing, you're sweating, you over here managing, delegating, uh, whatever it is, right? Put that effort into a percentage, right? If you give, and I'm not trying to talk shit, I'm being real, right? All right, I want you to go ahead and comment what percentage of work ethic do you give every day, right? I'm just curious to see what you will say. You know, if 100%, you clock in at 7, you clock out at 4, what percentage do you give every day on average, right? Are people telling you you're the best employee they got? This place wouldn't function without you being here, or man, glad we got an employee like you, right? And I want y'all to be real too, because a lot of people say I'm 100%. Yeah, like 100%. Like, come on, damn 100%. You're probably not even close, right? So, all right. Somebody said 65%, 85%. Somebody said 95%, 100%, 100%. Damn, 100%, right? 100%, 40%, 90%, 65%. All right. I want you to think of it like this. If you go to work and you're giving 85, 80, 85, 95, 100%, somebody said 1%. I'm here so I don't get fired. I clock in and go to the bathroom. if if you're giving that much to a job, I mean, I know that you love it or you probably try to do your best in everything, but your job don't care about you, man. They will fire you tomorrow. They do not care about you. You can get fired today, they'll have your replacement by Friday, or by next Monday, whatever. So I told myself a long time ago, because I just hate doing, and then think about it like this. Let's say if you make $20 an hour, right? You work 8 hours a day. That's $160. Is 85, 95, 55, 65, 85% of your effort, right? Let's say that you said 80%. Is 80% of your effort, 1/3 of your day at 80% effort, worth $160? Now, let's say you take that same 8 hours and you put 80% effort to your own business, to finding real estate, to doing a side hustle, to working, growing, and scaling something else that pays you for your effort. Would you put a $20 an hour amount on your effort? No. But your job did. And you're content with that. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't. You should want more for yourself. You should want more for your family. And at a young age, I just realized that, yo, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it. I cannot do this forever. And I did 21 years in the military. When I was at probably like year 4, year 5, I said, I'm done with this. I am done being an employee mindset. I'm done with it. I need to take every dime I make That's not going to bills. And I'm not trying to be like hypothetical or like every dime. No, mother cluckers. Every dime. I didn't eat out. I didn't go to the clubs. I didn't spend my money on Hellcat chargers. Uh, if if it was an expense that I had to pay for, I like cringed had to pay for it because my mentality was, if I have to spend this money on this, then it's not going to be making me money to where I can never work for someone else again. That makes sense? So I took every dime I made and put it to work. Every. And I was like 28 years old. Every dime. I didn't do nothing. I didn't eat out. I didn't go to the movies for 4 years. I didn't take a vacation. Hell, I didn't take a vacation for 6 years. When people like, yo, man, I'm gonna go take a mini vacay to the Bahamas. Let me take this cruise. You out your fucking mind. If you broke and you taking cruise, you are messing up in life. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I see y'all. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I appreciate this. Appreciate y'all being here too. I see you, Instagram. Instagram been bumping lately, man. I made a video and yeah, and it just goes berserk, right? And that wouldn't even, the bad part about it, it's kind of funny how social media works. I make videos on random subjects when it comes to money, right? But overall, my objectives are to get you to see I know what I'm talking about. So things like, business credit, business funding, investments, mutual funds, IRAs, 401ks, real estate, commercial and apartments, business acquisition, business raising capital. Like that's my specialty, right? But when I make like random videos talking about how to invest in the stock market, that shit's comically easy to me, right? I'm way better than that. I don't know if y'all see my stuff, right? But it's kind of hard to like portray that type of stuff. A lot of people don't care about that. So I have to make videos about just basic investing. So, but welcome in. I really appreciate y'all being here, man. You know what I mean? This man, so need this information right now. I appreciate it. No problem, sir. I'm here for you. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I feel like I rant sometimes. I rant at the first 15 minutes of a live. So just to get people to, just listen and kind of get them that motivational mindset shift to we get into like Q&A and kind of go into the details of different stuff, right? Somebody said I'm 18 years old. By the time I turn 18, I'll have an 800 credit score. What the first thing you need to do? Okay, so you probably have your credit is probably 800 because you really have a new credit. So you need to start working on your credit profile, right? Getting some trade lines or some credit lines that are going to be long on your credit. Then I would start. I would first for damn sure start investing. Time is money. I read a book a while back. I actually read the new laws of time is money and time is money, which was the sequel, and it talked about investing in the stock market long term. So if you was 18 years old, you put $100 into like an ETF, mutual fund, index fund, stock market that tracks the S&P 500 over the next 30 years. When you turn 48 years old, you'll have fucking shit, $3 million, my guy. I mean, and then you don't have to do nothing for it. It's just in there. And you just continue to work your regular job. You don't have to go out and buy the random ass, huge ass real estate portfolio. You don't have to go out here and buy no businesses. You don't have to do no side hustle. You can work a damn regular job, do 30 years and have $3 million in the bank, live off the compounding interest, which is about $270,000 to $340,000 a year, which breaks down to about $25,000 to $30,000 a month. And then you're 47 to however you long till you die, take the interest, take the principal, which is $3 million, give it to your kids. Put it in the trust, make them trust fund babies, and they set for life. And your family lineage is set up and make the trust a bulletproof trust to where no one can touch the principal for the next 99 years. And then you can put stipulations on that money too if you wanted to. You can say, hey, if you want to get access to this fund, which pays y'all $30,000 a month, You need to have a college degree. You need to not be on drugs. You can't go to jail. You can't go to jail for a domestic crime. You have to have a urinalysis. You have to weigh a certain amount. I don't give a damn. It's your trust. It's your fund, right? What you're doing is setting up your family lineage for 3, 4, 5 cycles just because you put a clause on this. And put like this: if there was a law in my family lineage or my trust that stated I had to weigh a certain amount, or I had to go to college, or I had to be married, or I had to do military service, or whatever the fuck it was, best believe mother cluckers would do it. Best believe, because that's all they will know. And what gave me that idea? I met a guy who he had a family trust. It was $250,000 set aside, and he received $100,000 every year for the rest of his life. And all he had to do was go to college, join the military, get married, buy a house, and it was something else. It was like a handful of stuff, and he did it all by like 23 years old. He's like, yo, I gotta get married, right? And then also, I think he had a clause too that anytime they got married, they had to sign a prenup to where if they ever got divorced, then the wife doesn't get any of the trust money. It's just okay, cool, you going about your business, which is actually a pretty good clause. So now, if you wanted to sign a prenup, then you state that, oh, my family requires me to sign a prenup, and I can't get married unless I sign a prenup. And then now, if y'all ever get divorced, then going about their business and not getting any inheritance, which is kind of smart. Which, for damn sure, more than likely, high probability that I'm gonna do that because I got daughters and no fucking ass clown gonna come up here and take my money when I'm gone. You gotta sign a prenup. But when you set up your own trust, you do it however you want to. That's why you do it like that. It's your lineage, it's your heritage. You set up however you want to. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. What's up, peoples? What's happening? I see y'all. What questions y'all got? Mr. Hustler, I see you. But yeah, I kind of get on like weird rants like that. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was you. I for damn sure would get into investing. You don't have to. You probably can set up a brokerage account if you don't want to start investing at 18. You got to get a brokerage account to set up a 17-year-old for the investing. But 18, 18 years old, then you can get your own account, right? Just set up you like a Webull or Robinhood. Do $100, $200 a month, $100 a paycheck, automatic allocations to whatever you want to, and kind of go from there. But that's a whole nother, that's if you want to do that, right? Or something else you can do. Shit, let's roll down this. Let's roll down this path. Let's roll down this path. 18 years old, you want to go to college? Maybe, maybe not. If I had a son and he was your age and he didn't know what he wanted to do, I'll tell him to go to trade school. I would say learn one of these 4 trades because they're going to be the bread winners of all time. They're never going anywhere, and you can make money. Guys and girls. I give you both. Guys, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, or general contractor. Nowhere. Plumbers, let's be real. Electricians, let's be real. HVAC, AC, let's be real. And I might even lean towards solar panel and solar panel installations because that stuff is going to be booming here soon. If female, same thing. Hair, nail tech, or beauty school, hair tech, and maybe like a makeup artist. You working for the rest of your life, man. That stuff is never going anywhere. I know women that will defend getting their nails done. They'll spend their last dollar to get their nails done. And you know who's gonna make money from that? Me. Or you, if you start going to that industry, right? And think about it like this. You own a nail salon, you get in good with the schools, and when people graduate from that tech school, you say, hey, you come work for me, and I'll teach you everything about, running your own nail salon and all the kind of stuff like that. And now they come work for you as an apprenticeship, or you pay them, a flat fee, or you do like profit splitting. And now you open up 3, 4, 5 shops around town, and all you do is go to one shop, check on the people. You got 10 employees per shop, 10 shops around town. Shit, you bringing in $32 to $50 per set of nails. Come on, dog. $50 per pedicure. Come on, dog. You writing your own checks, man. You are writing your own checks. You'll be making $1 million a year by year 3. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Anyways, what do you recommend starting a brokerage account? You can start a brokerage account anywhere. Anywhere you can trade stocks. Fidelity, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Webull, freaking I can't even think. Scottrade, Vanguard, Robinhood. Just Google open brokerage account and pick one of the ones that come up. But what's crazy is it's so much easier to invest nowadays than it was back in my day, man. Back in my day, I had to call all the brokerage houses and set up a brokerage account, and they told me I didn't even have enough money to even do it. There's only one company that let me do it with $10,000. Now I thought $10,000 at the time was a lot of money, but it is what it is. What brokerage platform do I use, brother? You don't, man, sir. I have comically, I don't know, 10 accounts, man. I have no clue. I have no clue. I know I have 5 different accounts through what's called Victory Capital, but Victory Capital bought out USAA Investment. So I used to invest with USAA, but USAA sold their division. So that's why I got that account from. So I had 5 accounts through them. I had a Robinhood account, but I sold them because Robinhood was screwing people over. I have a Webull account. I have a Neighbor Federal account. And I don't know. I have 4 T. Rowe Price, but everybody knows me and T. Rowe Price has really great history. It was the only brokerage account that would let me invest with $10,000 back in 2007 or 2008 or 2009. More likely 2008 though. Maybe 2007. I think it was 2008 though. But that's who I use. But the platform, the medium is irrelevant, right? Like think about it like this. Like say if you had to get to Walmart. Like say if I paid you, hey, I'm at Walmart right now. If you get here in less than 30 minutes, I'll give you $500 cash. Right? How you get there is irrelevant. I don't give a damn if you walk. I don't give a damn if you crawl. I don't give a damn if you ride on somebody's back. I don't give a damn if you ride a bike. I don't give a damn if you take an Uber. I don't give a damn if you take your own car. I don't give a damn how you get there. Just get to Walmart. Right? It's the same thing with a brokerage account. I don't care what brokerage account you use. They're pretty much all the same. Some of them have better rates than others, and some of them give you better returns than others, or some are more user friendly, but that's irrelevant, right? I'm sure riding in a car is a lot more comfortable than walking, but just get there. That's your objective. A lot of people focus on the path. Just get to the destination, man. Brokerage accounts aren't that hard to set up. Google a good 15, 20, 30 minutes and you're in there. And if you don't, the one you pick, just go to YouTube and say how to set up a brokerage account with this brokerage, and then you kind of can go from there. That's if you wanted to do that. What's happening, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. So, for those who are kind of newer here, welcome in. My name is Mr. Richard. I go by Mr. Richard because my old mentor, if that's what you want to call her, she was older. Her husband just passed. I should have reached out to her. Yeah, she getting old too, man. I'm gonna be pissed when she's gone. I need to talk to her more. I'll probably call her tomorrow or something. Um, but anyways, whenever since y'all knew her here, um, I lost my train of thought. I read the question. Welcome. I sit on here and I try to give y'all as much insight to money as possible. I try to give some motivational stuff. I try to give some precise stuff too, because there's a lot of times I hate when people talk about stuff, and y'all know this too. You ever see like a guy talking on social media, and they're just like talking, and they're not saying anything, right? You gotta have the dog in you. You gotta have the will. You gotta want it. Like like Les Brown is like that. Myron Brown is like that. E.T. Fletcher's kind of like that. Tony Robbins is like that. Grant Cardone is kind of like that. And they're just talking. It's like, it's not applicable to anything. How is this helping me? It's just motivating me to do nothing. And I think we need to get out of that type of live streaming. We need to get out of the talking just to hear words, right? You can't be like that. I don't give a shit about that. I don't want to hear you blab about being motivated. I don't give a damn if you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, take a cold shower, get a biscuit, lick it, and go run 12 miles. Like, what the hell that dude name? I can't even think of his damn name. The Marine, the Navy guy. Like, I get it, it's cool, but that's not helping me, get out the rat race. You know, it's not going to help me fix my credit. It's not going to help me get business funding. That's not going to help me buy my first rental property. Hell, that's not going to help me buy my first actual property. That's not going to help me buy an existing business. That's not going to help me, scale my 401k or my index funds or my TSP or any of that shit. It's just words. And I try to give people a new insight to that. Thank you for the gifts. Um, my goal is to be the biggest money content live streamer in the world. And come hell or high water, God willing, it will happen. Right? So I come on here and I try to give my insight. I would sit on here all day and do this, but I have a life outside of this. I got companies to run and real estate portfolios to manage, and I have clientele on multiple different business venues that I have to deal with. So I really can't just sit on here all day. But if I didn't have any of that, I could literally sit here all day and talk. But welcome in. If you're new here, please make sure you're following. If you're on TikTok, make sure you tap the screen, because the algorithm likes you tap a screen. I appreciate it. Just tap it 15 seconds every 15 minutes. I might give you a little warning here and there. And if you want to, click the link in the bio. I host a free webinar coming up Wednesday. Come in, sign up, come hang out. We talk about some money stuff, talk about different types of assets, different types of vehicles. We go from there. And then also too, if you want to come and hang out on the YouTube channel, YouTube pays me to be here. So it's not a lot. It's like my electric bill money. My electric bill is like $400, man. $500. It's just ridiculous. What are y'all electric bills? Just out of curiosity, what are y'all paying electricity every month? Maybe I'm tripping, or maybe my shit's high, or I know it's Florida and it's hot, but man, I feel like that's a little high. I am cheap. Just because you got the money don't mean you want to spend it on damn electricity. It's ridiculous, yo. I am for drills. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, we kind of go from there. Someone said, what do I think about Acorn? Some people like Acorn, but I heard Acorn went out of business or something. I don't know. If I've never used it, then I don't either say yes or no for it. I don't blindly support any type of vehicle to get your. But if you get to it and you don't like it, then it's fine. If you use it and like it, that's cool. I know people that have Acorn and they say they loved it. So I mean, but like I said, the vehicle is irrelevant. I don't care how you get to the Walmart. Get to the Walmart. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say it like that, because a lot of people focus on, man, I should use this brokerage house. I should use this app. You should use this app. No, 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 no. Don't overthink it. Get your ass in one and get started. Right? Get that money flowing. First of the month, you should have that first $100, $200, $500, whatever you can afford coming out. How do you start investing with Navy Federal? Go to their I forgot what it's called, but you can go. They have accounts you can invest in. But I think they got either sold out too, or you still can go through their house. But you can go to Navy Fed, and then they have like investment accounts where you can invest in. Give me a sec, though. I'll tell you. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make it all a cry. I apologize a trillion times. Yeah, they have investment referrals. They must have sold it. They must have sold that division. I know a lot of those. I know USAA used to be like that too. You used to can invest with, and they have IRAs and investment accounts. But I mean, I don't think you want an IRA. IRAs are okay, but screw that shit, man. Get into an ETF or index fund or mutual fund. They're a lot better. You get better returns too. So, me personally, I wouldn't even. They're all IRAs, but they sold their investment division to a third party company. One of them was Victory Capital, which is the one I invest in. Someone said, I need help getting my LLC and need some credit repair. Well, mister, welcome. That's one of my specialities. Okay, so whenever you get an LLC, depending on your state, right, you're gonna have to go through the Secretary of State, and or there's like 2 or 3 easier ways to do it and go through the Secretary of State. But a lot of people don't focus on this whenever they're setting up their LLC. They're setting it up wrong. They're picking industries or picking names that would not resonate with proper either business structure or that doesn't register with that's really conducive to getting funding through a business, right? So things like restaurant, things like trucking, things like real estate, things like investing or investments. If you put all any of those, it's like certain keywords, man. I got stacks of them. If you put those kind of things into your name of your business, then you're less likely to be approved for funding. I had a guy on live the other day, and he said, "Yo, man, I got good credit, and I try to go get funding, and I got denied." Do you know whenever you're going for business funding, they have keywords in their systems, key numbers in their system, and as soon as you send in the application, it will kick you out of the system. It's just a metric that they have to weed out people they already deemed unfit for capital. So for example, excuse me, I'll give you one real quick. If you have, they'll say, what's your business email? If you have, okay, I gave you one. Okay, what's your business email? If it's Gmail, Yahoo, MSN, or Ymail, or any of that crap, it's gonna kick you out of the system. they won't even process it. They figure most legitimate businesses have a official business email. So if you don't have an official email, even if you put your business name in the front, let's say if your business name is, I don't know, Brandon Big Trucking LLC. So your email is brandon.trucking@gmail.com. It's a devoted business email, but it's a .com or it's a Gmail. Kick you out of the system. And there's quite a few things that you have to put on your business, or you have to have attached to your business so where you don't get kicked out the system. And something else, like, so the guy said, yo, man, I applied for credit 3 or 4 times. I keep getting kicked out. I always keep getting denied. And then I said, you probably named your LLC wrong, or you probably have one of the attachments wrong. Let's start with your name. His name was like John Country Trucking. I said, trucking is a key word. Kicked you out the system. They ain't even gonna look at it. I already, as soon as he said it, as soon as he said he get denied, I already knew. So you have to name. Thank you for the follows, people. Appreciate the follow. Thanks for the love everywhere. I appreciate that too. As soon as you name your business something with a red flag in it, they will automatically kick you out. And he was like, so what should I do? I said, hey man, your world. You do what you want to do. You want to get business funding. That trucking shit is not going to fly. It is not going to fly. Well, it has age. Age almost is irrelevant. The amount of funding you get with an aged corp or a business that has a long history, it's minimal in compared to an age corp. So I'll even break this down for y'all because a lot of people, I get this question a lot. I got to set y'all straight. And I hear this from the bank managers. Okay? A bank manager will look at the age of your LLC. When was it established? Because whenever you sign up for business funding or business credit, they're going to ask you when was this LLC established. And they don't even really ask the month. They're going to ask the year. What year was this business established? And a lot of times what they're doing, they'll get that year, and sometimes they'll go to the Secretary of State and see when that business was established to see if it's in good standards. So any business under 2 years old is considered a new business, and you get filed in a different file. Any business that's over 2 years. So I meet people that say, yo, man, I got a 30-year aged business. Don't give a shit. Anything over 2 years is considered its own business. Anything under 2 years is considered its own thing, right? The average new business funding is about $51,000 of funding. When my team, we average about $51,000 of funding on average for a new business. And aged 2 years or more, we average about 60 to 61,000. So $9,000 to have an older company. I mean, that's like, well, how much you pay for that age corp? Oh, I paid $10,000 for it. So you pay $10,000 to get an extra $9,000 worth of funding? Yeah, it wasn't worth that. It's just more of a headache. And then what people don't tell you is, whenever you take over an S corp or take over an LLC or S corp or sole proprietorship or S corp or C corp, you become the registered agent. The business resets. So people buying aged corporations to get more business funding, and then they're buying the business. They're buying a aged business with a keyword that gets red flagged, or They buy a aged corp or aged business to get more funding to take over the business, which you become the registered agent. And in some cases, in some states, the registered agent, whenever that title is changed over, the age resets. So you pretty much bought a really expensive name. Whew, man. But it's all good. It's all good. But hey, what do I know? Do you need a new vehicle to start a business? No. What the hell does that mean? So what are y'all saying? $45 a month, $300 a month, 150 a month, for I don't remember what I said. I'm in the market for a franchise. I have $50,000 liquid. What do you recommend? First of all, if you super serious, click the link in the bio, join my free class. Because you are, if you got the money and you really want to find something, then I got you. All right. You're gonna need a few things. One, you got to know if you want a franchise or you want an existing business. Some people like franchises, some people like existing businesses. Okay. Then you got to understand is if you want a franchise, we'll go the franchise route since you said that. Do you want to start a franchise and do a build out, or do you want to buy an existing franchise? Meaning like it's already there, you're just taking over the process of somebody who wants to retire. And there's pros to and cons to both. Build outs take a little longer. They can be a little cheaper, but you don't have a proven concept. You're taking over an existing process. You can make a little more money. You make money day one, but they're a little more expensive, right? Do you want a franchise tag or you don't want a franchise tag? Franchise tags, you got to pay a royalty every month or every year, depending on the franchise. And they average between 5, 8, I've even seen up to 10%, which is crucial. So if you have a business that makes $500,000 a year, right? Let's say you wanted a Subway or something, I don't know, $500,000, they taking their 5% off the top. So they're taking their $25,000 and they don't give a shit if you make it or not. Well, they care if you make it or not. But one thing about franchises is they give you, for that $25,000 or that 5%, they're giving you know-how. They're giving you, they're teaching you a lot about owning a business. So they have corporate retreats. They have, I mean, it's kind of worth the money at times. They teach you how the best insurance policies. They teach you, they market for you. They do everything for you, right? You take a business that don't have a franchise tag, you got to do everything yourself. You don't have to pay the $25,000 or the 5%, but that $25,000, you have to do the stuff yourself. You got to advertise. You got to market. You worry about your employees, everything else, and versus the company doing. So, you know, there's pros and cons to both. And if you super serious about buying a business, then congratulations, you're in the right place because this is what we talk about. Would you recommend changing my business name from trucking to transportation? Hold on, let me help you out. How about no? How about if you have to name it something trucking, right? You go with, some people say even logistics is kind of pushing it. I will go with enterprise. Some people say enterprise is good. So I will go something like, I don't even know your name. It looked like your name's Oscar. So I'll say something like your initials. Let's say your initials is OMP or something. OMP Logistics Enterprise. And you don't even have to do that. You can just say uh, consulting group. You consult over travel. I mean, consulting and management is universal terms. They work really fine. You're managing your truck. You're managing your hours. You're managing your people. You're consulting others on their trust. You're consulting others on their business. You consult, like once you start getting into that, if you're helping someone else do something, consulting. If you're doing it yourself, you're a manager. You're managing your own time, right? Universal terms, man. No names, right? You don't have to be super specific. It's just a name that's on the Secretary of State. A lot of people think that it has to be like super specific. So like my trucking company is called Heavy Haulers Transportation Group, right? Your LLC don't need to say that. Your name, you can do what's called a DBA, doing business as multiple different businesses if you wanted to go that route too. We gonna do what they can't say be done. Do I own a franchise? I'm gonna tell you something. No, hold on. I guess technically, yeah. Yeah, I guess I do. It's kind of one of those weird things. I have a business that it doesn't have a franchise tag, but I co-opted into a group that we do a whole bunch of stuff together. So technically, yes. But I tell you what, I hate talking about like deals that I haven't done yet, but I am in the process of buying a large collection of different franchises. A big, big, big one. But it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. Are you on YouTube? Yeah. So for those who don't know, I'm streaming over all social media platforms, Facebook, two Facebook accounts, but no one ever goes in there. It's all good though. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, Instagram. But I think I have like two Instagram pages, but I only show up on one. It supports me. Uh-oh. I appreciate you for coming. You've been messaging, asking all these crazy questions, so I'm glad you're here. Ask away. I'm here. Ask away. I see you popped in. I try not to say people's names because I don't want to. I have record this and then I use them in segments, and I don't want no one to be like isolated. But I see you. Okay. We're actually talking about LLC and business structure now, even though I really don't like to, but it is what it is. It's like one of the. It's like, to me, it's like a boring subject. It's almost like paperwork. You're like, I don't want paperwork, man. I just want the car, right? I pulled the trigger and made my LLC. That's what I'm talking about. Since we in here, let's talk about LLC structure. Since I guess he or she brought this up. So LLC structure, right? Name your stuff something that's not super specific. I like to tell people, use your initials. If your initials is AMP or OCD or BBD or TLC, don't give a damn, right? Or you can name it some weird ass adjective. Verizon, Horizon, Sunrise, Sunset, Sunkiss, Sun Drip. Who cares, right? Uh, Mainstream, low stream, high stream, all that kind of crap, right? Then you give it the combination at the end: management, consulting. If you want to use logistics, I mean, there's multiple different LLC names at the ending, but don't use restaurant, don't use restaurant, don't use trucking, don't use investment, don't use real estate, that type of stuff, right? They will kick you out of the system if you want to get funding, you know. And then you got to make sure you have. A lot of people always talk about like virtual addresses and stuff like that. There's a couple places you can go to get them. Um, some people say don't use iPostal, but I think iPostal. Everybody I know who use iPostal always, they, you know, they're pretty fine. But you need a virtual address because, like I said, if your home address is on your LLC, whenever you apply for business credit, it's going to kick you out. This is a home address. Boop, kick you out. You know what I mean? You got a VA. Okay, cool. Right? Take 3 days. Once you get that, you get your EIN. Right? When you go to your Secretary of State, look on their website and make sure your virtual address is on the Secretary of State too, because you don't want your home address on the Secretary of State. It looks unprofessional. Hello, Is it really you? I don't like to say names because I don't like to, but I see you, FE31. No, it's not me. I am a robot. I want to find you. I want steady cash flow, franchise, or it don't matter to me. All right, well, that's why we learning. But yeah, we cool things. But yeah, so I'm streaming on all social media platforms. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, click the link in the bio. Come join me on YouTube. YouTube pays me to be here, and every person who's here, pretty much for every, I forgot what it is, for every 15 minutes you're here, I get like $1 or something. So I mean, shit, come on, man. I need some electricity money. You know how much electricity costs nowadays? It's just ridiculous, man. Hello, Georgia in the house. Where y'all checking in from, man? Where y'all checking in from, yo? Where y'all coming in from? I want to see where people are coming in from. FE31, where you checking in from? Thank you for the follow, sir. 65, pizza night. Yeah. I want to eat thin crust, man. I hate carbohydrates. It makes me sleepy. It gives me a headache too. Okay, let's see. Texas in the house. I'm assuming Jersey in the house. Texas in the house. You don't have to say specifically, just say the state. Somebody said you can't use virtual addresses in Detroit at Huntington Bank. Yeah, every state is different. Every state is different. But okay, you said you can't use a virtual address at a specific bank. I don't know. I mean, I guess go somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't know if you just to set up your account at that bank. But I have people that swear up and down by Huntington Bank. I use them a lot for business acquisition money. They're a great partner with the SBA. I think they're one of the biggest SBA business banks partnerships out there. So when it comes to that stuff, yeah, sure. Everything else, like checking, savings, business banking, business checking, business lines of credit, no, I'm good. I'll go to the big dogs, right? I've never known anybody or heard anybody who's used Huntington Bank other than the business acquisition stuff. Everything else is kind of like, what's up? What we learning today? Whatever you want to learn. Cali in the house, Missouri in the house, Georgia in the house, broke as hell in the house. I'm broke AF in the house. New York in the house, South Carolina in the house. North Korea? You in the military? No, North Korea. Hold on. How the hell you from North Korea? You ain't no from no damn North Korea. You can't even have cell phones there. They wouldn't be mad at you trying to damn break the damn social restraints. North Carolina in the house. Great place to buy real estate and buy businesses. Jersey is one of the best places to buy real estate and businesses. Northeast is top tier, man. If you are from Maine, New Hampshire, New York, Jersey, Massachusetts, Vermont, some parts of Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, and Indianapolis or Indiana. If you are any one of those states, you have no excuses why you're broke. You should have none. If I lived up there knowing what I know now, it's comically easy. Well, I probably can make it anywhere, but Northeast, that New England area, anything by halfway through Virginia, everything north of Virginia. You should be eating. Michigan, you could do good too. Michigan in the house. England. Hello, mate. Let me get a spot or two. You in the military? They stopped using that? Correct. Oh, business accounts? Oh, okay then. Okay. I see what you're saying. So you can't get a business account with a virtual address. Oh, okay. Okay. There's other ways around that too. But that's another story, right? And then put like this: for every Huntington bank there are, then there's I can name 100 banks that would. So don't ever look at that situation and be like, wow, that's Huntington Bank is not the know all be all of stuff. You know what I mean? Indiana do tell Tony, you've been playing around, man. You need to go and get with the system and quit playing around. You've been here. You like you the 50 Cent window shopping. You've been listening to me talk for damn near 6 months now. I see you in every live. You know I know what I'm talking about. But it's all good. But my Jersey homie, what's up? Like, you got any questions, preguntas? What's your objective? Why do you need this stuff? Do you want to go get business funding? Do you want to use this knowledge? Do you want to use your business structure just to, for tax benefits, or to write off some of this stuff as business expenses, or like I don't. What's your objective? And anybody else here? I just signed up for the live. I'm ready to rock and roll. All right. Appreciate you, man. I think you signed up multiple times, but I mean, I welcome you. Hey, what's happening? Credit Bros? Hey, man, I don't know if you're in here, but I need to know what is the best credit cards for rewards. I don't know if y'all still in here. I don't know if they probably have that though. I just started the business. I'm looking for help. I saw your video. I don't know what's that mean. Like you started the video, you need my help expanding, you want to buy an existing business, you want to get into real estate, you need funding to grow. You started a business. I don't need funding right now. I would like more. Okay, cool. And itemization stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah. LLC will help. So people say it won't, but my tax team will think otherwise. My tax team will think otherwise. Also, I want to take on private clients. How? How would you make money from that? Like, what do you consult or something? Like, what do you do? But here we go. Oh, OT. Okay, that's cool. Oakland in the house. I see you. I see you. England. Hello, mate. South Carolina. Hey, man, I made a small fortune in South Carolina. South Carolina, man. I'm still getting checks from South Carolina, man. Still. To this day. To this day. All right. So since y'all ain't talking, I guess I'll start talking about a random subject. So let me think. All right. I don't know where any of y'all are on your financial journey. I don't know what y'all want to do. I don't know what y'all want to accomplish. But you have to start somewhere. Right? One thing I like about me and my system and my team, I have clients who are in the mentorship who come to me with negative in their accounts. And I have clients, the strongest one I have makes $6.5 million a year. Negative in their account to $6.5 million a year. And I treat the guy who makes $6 million a year just as the same as the guy who has negative in his account or has a lot of credit card debt. It doesn't make a difference. So if you're in that spectrum, what I talk about can apply to you. If you want to, because the four things that I always focus on are the four pillars, and I talk about this all the time: credit, investing, real estate or properties, and ownership, right? Credit. How's your personal credit? If you have good credit, you get cheaper loans, you get approved for more, you pay less in interest, and you get access to more capital. You got business credit. You can go out and acquire loans in your business name that doesn't reflect on your personal credit. Business funding. You can go out there, use that money to buy things that make you money. So you can use the bank's money to buy things that make money. And so forth and so on, right? Credit profile, credit history, just tons of stuff when it relates to credit, right? Then you talk about investing. Invest in yourself, invest in the market, right? Even when you're talking about investing in yourself, or if you wanted to go out and raise capital from somebody, a private investor, because people say, yo, man, I want to find private investors. I'm like, yo, could you even convey a message to a person? To even talk to them, to get them to give you the money? Some guy walks in here right now and say, yo, man, I got $100 million. I want to invest with you. Hey, man, come in. How you doing? Where you from? Well, I'm establishing rapport. It ain't even about the money. You got to learn how to talk to people. There's groups out there. There's clubs out there. Hell, I teach you how to work on your vernacular, your pitch, your tone, your vernacular, your presentation, your verbal distractors, which a lot of y'all don't even know. I'll even break that down real quick. So when people say, well, I don't know, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Those are verbal distractors. People say that shit, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You will rarely, if ever, hear me say a verbal distractor. I almost got to turn it off to even say it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to say, you know what I'm saying. Because if I have to say, you know what I'm saying, that means the message that I'm giving you wasn't conveyed properly. I shouldn't have to re-ask, do you comprehend the message that I've already said? You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Anyways, and then you got to start investing in the market. Mutual funds, TSPs, 401ks, IRAs, index funds, stock market. If you want to get into crypto, we can get into that. You got to start mastering all those different types of investments. Then let's talk about real estate. Do you own your own home? Do you have investment property? Do you want to get into duplexes? Do you want to get into investments? Birth strategies? Do you want to get into sub twos? Do you want to get into Section 8? Do you want to get into wholesaling? Do you want to get into tax liens? All of that stuff. Then you talk about commercial properties. You talk about real estate. Apartments, right? Do you want to raise capital or do you want to use your own capital? Raise capital is called syndication. And then we talk about ownership. What process do you own that makes money while you're sleeping? If you stop working for 1 month, how much money is coming into your account that whole month? That's ownership. A process that pays you to sit on your ass and do nothing. If the answer is 0, you are messing up in life. You need to get on it. And then once you learn how ownership of processes that makes you cash flow work, then you get $100 a month. Then $100, you take that, you make it $300 a month. Then you're making $1,000 a month. Then you make it $5,000 a month. Then you work at $10,000 a month. And then you say, yo, fuck this job. I quit. Now you can spend your whole day acquiring more things that make you money. Instead of you doing this on the side as a side hustle or a side job, now you spend your whole day doing this. Now you get up to $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a month. And then, every aspect of your life will start to fall in place. Your credit's dope. Your investment's dope. Your real estate's dope, and your cash flow from these assets that you purchase is dope. The 4 pillars, right? I'm in the process of writing a book, and I'm gonna break all that shit down. But if you want to learn more about the 4 pillars, I have a free webinar. Come to the free webinar, we talk about it. And if you want to get into the mentorship or you want some coaching or a one-on-one or something, I'll break down the 4 pillars as they pertain to you. Because the 4 pillars are cool, but if you don't know how to use them, it's like the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. If you snapping and you asking for Hellcats, it's no point. You're wasting the time, right? I want a scat pack. Nah, that's a waste of a wish, right? How about cash flow for the rest of my life? 800 credit score. Individual retirement account that pays me $10,000 a month for the rest of my life that I can roll over to my family, and my family have generational wealth and a trust. Money that I don't have to work for, that's cash flow that I don't have to do anything for. Those are the things you should be snapping for, Mr. Thanos, not Hellcats. Because, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, where you gonna sell your kids when they, can't afford can't afford no clothes, can't afford the nice shoes, can't afford the nice cars, and they want to have the nice school clothes, and you say I can't afford it. But you know what? 15 years ago, I had a dope ass Hellcat. I was the king of the block. I used to rev up and down the street, and they thought I was the coolest guy in the world. That's like a cool story, Dad. I want to go to summer camp. I want to go to summer camp, Dad. I don't care about that. But thank you for hanging out, though. I'll see you. But, you have to learn, perfect, and damn near master the 4 pillars. To me, none of them are better or worse than the other ones. Because if you have a lot of money coming in, but your credit shit, you don't invest anything, and you spend all your money on trash, what's the point? If you have an 800 credit score, nothing on your credit, but you're not making no money, and you work every day, 10 hours a day, slaving at a job, it's irrelevant. If you have an investment account, but you invested in the wrong thing with crappy credit, whenever you do go get a car or something like that, your interest is going to be super damn high, and you're just going to be in debt for the rest of your damn life. You got to master that. If you're buying an asset and you bought the wrong asset, oh man, I want a laundromat, and you overpaid for the crap, and now you're losing money every month, then it's irrelevant. You have to know what you are doing, my friend. But it's all good. But if you want to learn this type of stuff, let's get started. And if not, it's okay. It's okay. Some people like being sheep. Some people like to be wolves, man. And I already gave you my analogy on that. If not, oh well. Maybe next time. But I got an early day ahead of me tomorrow. I got to do some more work, and I'm gonna get off here. And I'm wishing y'all the best. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all liking. Make sure you're following. And someone said they're eager to learn. Somebody said they're eager to learn. Are they ready to learn? Yeah, like I said, when we get off this live, because I'm going to get off in like a few minutes, click the link in the bio, join the free class. There's a free webinar coming up. I don't sell you information. I won't spam your email, none of that crap, not even that type, right? You'll get one message from me saying we're starting in 10, 15 minutes. And if you want to come then, you come. If not, then you're good. And then, yeah, we talk about the 4 pillars. We talk about different investment vehicles. You learn a little bit more about me. You talk about different services that are out there, different services that I offer, and if you want to move forward, we go from there. If not, it is what it is. But thank y'all. I'll be the same.